Kitchen with Christine, the happy cookie lady now. Good morning and happy holidays.
You too.
You look so festive.
Thank you. I love this time of year.
Oh, I do too. And Christine, of course, is known for her wonderful cutout cookies. You name a theme, she's got it. Of course, she's all booked up for the holidays, but she's going to share a really fun holiday cookie recipe for all those cookie exchanges. It also makes a really nice gift for people who like chai or dipping cookies into a little coffee or
Do you like
tea.
chai?
I love chai. Yeah, I love it. It's just so good. It's that tea with cinnamon and all sorts of great flavor, and then it's usually got some more milk in there too, maybe a little whipped cream on top.
It's almost like having pumpkin pie in a cup.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So chai cookies, and they would be a great gift or a great, like for the cookie exchange. You could even give them in a gift with a mug or some chai mix with them. Just all sorts of things you could do with this cookie. So, and you say it's easy.
It's pretty easy. It has a lot of little ingredients, but actually once you get it mixed up, it's really easy. So.
Okay, put me to work.
Okay, what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you mix the spices with the sugar.
Okay.
Now there's cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, and allspice.
Okay.
So you can mix that in real good.
With sugar.
With the sugar.
Okay.
Now mix that together really good, because we're going to take a little bit of that out to roll the cookies in. And we're going to add the 2 sticks of butter. I suggest using the real butter for this. And we're going to take a ½ cup of that, and we're going to put it in a shallow bowl.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what we're going to roll the cookies in.
We're going to roll it in there later.
Make them extra special. This smells so good, by the way, this sugar and spice mixture. Wow.
I think the cardamom is what gives it the extra special smell.
So the rest of the sugar and spice mixture goes in with the butter. We're going to cream that together. At home, you would do this for probably at least a few minutes, right?
Just so it's nice and fluffy.
Okay.
And then we're going to take the dry and mix it together. We
Okay.
have the flour.
Okay.
And there's cream of tartar in there, baking soda, and salt.
Okay. Is this one of those cookies that you can make it and bake it right away, or does it need to set up in the fridge?
Baking it right away is fine, which is why I love doing snickerdoodles. And this is a chai snickerdoodle, so that works really good. We're going to add a couple of eggs to this.
2 eggs?
2 eggs. And vanilla. Mix it up good.
Yeah, I love it when you can bake the cookies right away too. It's hard to make that dough. Some recipes, the dough needs to sit up in the fridge for a little while, and you got to move on to something else.
Sometimes a couple hours.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time you get back to it, somebody's already nibbled all the dough.
Right.
Okay, that's good for now.
Okay, so now all at once, do we add the flour and the?
Okay.
Okay.
Like you said, normally you'd do this just a little bit longer. But
okay. Really cream that butter and the sugar mixture. Preheat the oven to what temperature?
350. And
350?
I would use a parchment-lined paper just because these are gonna be totally covered in sugar, and you're gonna have an awful mess to clean up otherwise, because otherwise you're gonna end up with burnt on sugar.
I never used parchment for the longest time, and then I started using it a few years ago, and when I bake cookies, I use it. It first of all keeps your pans really nice and clean, and it just makes cleanup a breeze.
And so you don't have to add the fat.
Yeah, to spray it too.
Time.
And you can just, find this parchment paper right near the foil and the saran wrap in that section of the grocery store. They'll have it. It's not expensive. Trust me on this one. If you're doing a lot of holiday baking, no matter it's cookies or bars or whatever, it really helps.
It's a real time saver. You're going to roll it into about a 1 1/4, 1.5 inch balls, and you're going to totally roll it in the sugar.
Okay. And do you pat it down at all, or you just leave it in the ball?
Leave it in the ball.
Okay. All right. This is fun. It's a real easy dough to work with.
I'm sure the kids would. Yeah, it's not real sticky, and the kids would love helping you with this part if they're a little bit older. And basically, except for the baking, that's all you got to do with these. The smell in your house when these are baking, you don't need any Christmas air freshener.
I can tell.
This is just phenomenal.
We're not even baking these, and the dough smells absolutely amazing. So I am assuming this is a real quick bake, and with all Christmas cookies or cookies of any sort, you don't want to overbake them. I almost think
watch them.
Watch them carefully, set a timer, look, even if it says 15 minutes, start checking them at like 7. Every oven is different, and you just don't want them to get away from you. And I find that the cookies tend to continue to bake when you pull them out of the oven on that sheet. So
when these are done, the edges will just be a little bit brown, and when you touch the top, you might see a little bit of moisture in the cracks, but that's all going to go away. Like you say, it bakes after. And it falls and it turns from the round circle. You're going to place them about 2 inches apart because they do tend to spread.
Okay.
But now this recipe was supposed to make 6.5 dozen. And I made them a little bit bigger, so I got about 4.5 dozen out of them.
They turn out perfect. They look like they were something made by somebody else, and I love that. And they're really easy. You don't need to frost them at all. It's already got the sugar cinnamon on there.
Yeah.
You could do a little drizzle.
You know, a stack of 3 or 4 of those, and some of the chai tea, the actual tea that you can get in a mug for a teacher, I think would be a wonderful gift.
I agree. Or for that Secret
Office
Santa or
people
something.
or
Yeah,
whoever.
exactly. Thanks for sharing the recipe.
You're
As
welcome.
always, it's always such a pleasure to see you.
You too.
And she's booked up for the holidays, but if you ever have any baking, if you want her to do her wonderful cutout cookies for special occasions, showers, birthdays, wedding favors, you name it, she's got a cookie cutter for it. 600 or more these days?
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'm thinking up to 625,
Wow.
somewhere in that category. So
Track down the Happy Cookie Lady. You can find her on Facebook. Thanks again.
you're welcome.